What's up, guys? It's Maze here, back again with another video. I know it's been a while, but I just really haven't had that much NHL content to post for you guys. I really just play a lot of league games and then kind of get in and get out. Don't really play a ton with my friends as much as I'd like to, but I have been playing a lot of Forza Motorsport. I've been playing this game for a long time, since about Motorsport 3 or 4, which 4 was probably the best one in my opinion, but that's neither here nor there. I've got two really good races for you. Stick around for the second one, but for the first one, we are at Road America Forza GT Series. I'm in the C8. Here is my last qualifying lap. I'm not going to bore you guys with all 3 laps, and it's good enough for the pole position at 2:05.3. So it looks like we're going to be starting this race from the front of the pack. We've got Tommy behind us in second and Slow Edward in third for the top 3 here, which is probably who I'm going to have to worry about the most off the line going into the first corner. Alright, we're on the medium tire. You can go hard tire and no stop, but we're going to go medium to soft tire. I'm going to go ahead and get passed by Slow Edward because that Audi is just freakishly fast off the line and in a straight line, and Tommy's going to go past, but I'm going to dip up the inside and not touch a single soul, not trade any paint, and we're in the lead. So pretty decent move, I'd say there. We're about a second going into this long straight away from warp speed, and I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward because it got rather boring here. We are on lap 4 now, and I have pulled away from Marlowe about 7 seconds here. My tires are kind of, they've seen better days, but they're not horrible. But we are definitely going to be looking at going into the pits most likely this lap, because I definitely want to get as much time as I can on the soft tires too. So going through here, I'm going to try to go full throttle through this corner coming up, which you definitely can do, and I do hold it full throttle but almost lose the car. So I do have the braking line on, guys. You can chirp me for that if you want to, but I don't really use it like to a T. Like I don't take it as the gospel. As you can see, like it's there just for a reference. You've got different tire compounds. You've got, your tires are wearing the whole time. This is different from previous Forza games, so I just tend to keep it on just as like a safe kind of guideline. But coming up to this heavy braking zone here, I brake way after the red starts on the line, so I don't take it as the gospel, guys. It's just there for just kind of like I said, a guideline. Anyways, coming around this corner here, you can off the throttle a little bit and then right back into it is the best way to do that. Braking right where the tarmac changes colors on this last corner here, using all of the curb, and we're going to go into the pits. I'm only a tenth of a second back on that lap with those worn tires, so I would say that's pretty good. We're about 8 seconds ahead of Marlowe here going into the pits, and we're going to go for these soft tires like I said. No fuel, because I tend to it's just easier for me to do the total fuel amount at the beginning of the race and just set it and forget it and not have to worry about it. Pick your tires and you're done. The custom fuel option's kind of weird. Like you can't really do like on a lap by lap basis. At least the last time I checked, you can't. I haven't really looked at it in a long time. Who knows? Maybe there's an update and I'm unaware. So we're gonna go ahead and get passed by about 3 people here while we're in the pits. They must be on the no stop strategy with the hard tires. And as we come up to the first corner here, we are 15 seconds just about behind warp speed. So we've got some ground to make up. I shouldn't be too much of a problem, seeing as I'm on the soft tire and he is on, the brand new soft tire, and he is on very old hard tire. So we've got about 3 laps here. I'm going to skip ahead to the last lap in the same spot on the track. Warp speed is now a little less than 4 seconds ahead of us, and we have been gaining like crazy the last 2 laps. Going through this corner here, trying to keep it from hitting that curb too much because it will pull you over. Getting on the brake before the crest of the hill there is always a good idea. Back into the gas using that curb, and we're going to try to go full throttle here. I think I may have to get out just a little bit. As you can see, the left side tires are worn, so I kind of wanted to play it safe there. I know I can catch this guy because I just have better tires in general, but you can see he's struggling just to keep the car planted through the corner. Can't really put the power down. I have to get out of the gas here. I don't want to run to the back of him. Trying to make the pass here cleanly without going off the track. and we get it done. He gives me the good race notification, so we're gonna go ahead and hit him back with the good race notification here on the back straight. And it's always good getting your safety rating up, getting your skill rating up, just so you can have these opportunities to race without someone trying to murder you the whole time. I'm not sure if, I know there was an issue with the skill rating and stuff not actually working, and the safety ratings. I'm not sure if that's fixed or not yet at the time of posting this, but I feel like it works to some degree. The highest I've got in my skill is 4998 or 4997, and sometimes I still get in lobbies where people are idiots. I don't know, maybe it's just, you know, I don't know, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, who knows. Anyways, crossing the line, first place with the best lap of 204.4 on those soft tires, just about a 204.5. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next race, which is at Kyalami, one of my favorite tracks, guys. I really like this track. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just so technical. Every corner seems to be like super unique, and it's got a long straight with a heavy braking zone at the beginning of the lap. Really tough to pull together a great lap with no mistakes made on this track here. We're in the Porsche RSR. I did not qualify. I wanted to see what I could do from mid to back end of the pack here. We're in 11th place, and I get a pretty decent start there, pretty decent launch off the line. We're up into 10th already, trying to go into 9th. I'm going to take a quick look back, and wow, there's a ton of cars just waiting to ram into my rear bumper, and I'm the one that ends up hitting the guy in his rear bumper. So I think he may have not expected for the guy in front of him to brake so early, and then it just kind of piled up. I don't know, guys. Is that my fault? I'll leave that up to you to debate in the comments, but we are up to 7th place with no penalties. So I don't know. I guess Forza thought it was cool, but we all know Forza's regulation system can be kind of, the penalty system can be kind of, you know, up for debate there. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the guy in the Viper for 6th place, and about halfway through this lap we're gonna go into one of my favorite sections, which is this odd left-hander into right, and I'm gonna get really close to this guy's rear bumper. Never touch him, but get really close, and I guess that's just enough for him to, I don't know, get a little bit worried about what may happen there. So he's going to lose control a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and take that position as well. Hitting the hairpin here, getting a decent exit, only going to 2nd gear because you get a much better exit, especially with this car. I guess this would be a back straight. You don't really brake, but it's also not really straight. So you guys let me know what you think about that as well. This corner is such a tough corner to get right. Holy cow, it's just an odd corner. And going up to the 2nd to last corner here, you can take a ton of curb on that section there. And I'm going to try to perform a little bit of a cutback here on this guy because I noticed he was really hugging that inside. And he gets a little bit squirmy on the exit there, so we're going to go ahead and take that position as well. So up to 4th from 11th, which is, I would say, pretty decent progress. I'm going to go ahead and zip it forward here to lap 5 because the laps after that were a bit boring. I'm trying to keep you guys engaged here, so I'm not going to bore you with that. We are in pursuit of Mr. Stupid Sideways, or Mrs., you know, not making any assumptions here. We're in pursuit of them, and they are pretty fast, if I may say so. I was giving it, you know, near 100% here. I'm going to take this corner a little bit too hot, getting the gas a little too early there, and if you ever get your right side tires on that curb out of that corner, it's just going to pull you off into the grass. It's just going to happen. Another awkward kind of corner here. I'm trying to take this good, but I'm having to kind of feather the throttle there, almost going into the outside on the left of the grass, on the outside of the curb on the left there, rather. Headed into this really interesting section right here. I love this left-hander to right. If you can just dip your right wheels on the right side of the middle of that curb right there, if you can dip your right wheels on the right side there, it will help pull you around so much more than only getting your right side tires on just the left-hand side of that curb, if that makes any sense. Hitting the hairpin, getting a little squirmy, had to get out of the gas. I had already gained about half a second on this guy, or girl, and unfortunately now we're, you know, all of that is Back to where we were, 2 seconds behind. Just taking this corner decently well, going into first to try this out, see if it's better. And it seems to be a little bit better that time. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to take a lot of this curve here. And almost, oh my goodness, almost going to the wall there, but somehow saved it. And I'm going to get an off-track violation. Good news for us is that the guy in the lead, well, I'm just going to refer to him as this guy now. Sorry if you're not. He is... he's also got a penalty for about 7/10 of a second, so we are just about matching up equally with my 8/10 of a second as far as penalties go. I'm going to opt for the soft tire here. Not quite sure if he did the same, but I'm pretty certain he would. And we come out of the pits and I've gained half a second somehow, or 4/10 of a second. Almost 3/10 of a second now. And from this point on, it is just going to be an absolute pursuit of this guy. Taking way too much curve there, not realizing how much more grip I have with the soft tires. And it usually takes me about half a lap to get used to tires when I switch. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, but usually it ends up taking me at least a few corners to realize, you know, what I can and can't do after being on the mediums or whatever I was on previously before going into the pits. We're going to take this corner quite a bit better here, going through that section there. We're still 1.6, 1.7 back from the leader here. And we've gained about 2/10 of a second on that corner going through this lovely section here. Taking a lot of that curb and taking a lot of that curb. And you see how it just pulls you around so much more than staying on the tarmac itself. Hairpin coming up. Taking it pretty nicely. Not as good as I'd hope, but we've definitely gained here. I'm going to let the video play for the rest of the time here. I'm just going to commentate on the remaining about 3 1/4 laps we have left, because this was a great battle, guys. Only staying in second gear this time. Just trying things out, seeing if I can just gain any little bit of a second on this guy. Taking a bunch of curb again and doing it nicely there. Going into this last corner here, a little bit deep, but can I come back for a cleaner exit, a straighter exit, and we can, letting the car drive as straight as possible off the corner using all of the track. And we are just a second behind from this guy. Super quick. That Bentley has a really scary amount of acceleration, but it's also a very big boy. It is a very heavy car, kind of tough to handle, but I love driving it as well. Going through this section here, I'm going to hopefully get a straighter exit and not touch the curb as we do it perfectly there. Heading into this odd corner for me, man. I mean, this is just, I'm going to touch the grass, but somehow gain half a second on him there. I guess sliding through the corner was the best thing to do there. So we're really catching. I think he's starting to feel the pressure now as he goes a little bit wide there, heading into this section that I love so much again, getting right up next to the bumper. And you can just see how that car just pulls away. That Bentley is so fast. Turning in a little bit too early there. I had to get off of the left analytic for a second, but still managing to stay pretty close here. Going down the back straight, quote unquote straight. Full throttle the whole way through. Into this awkward right-hander here. Staying in second gear, I guess I liked it the last lap, and I'm going to get really close, but that car just has so much acceleration, guys. Taking a chunk of this curb, and I took it beautifully there. Oh, he gets a little bit on the outside there, and I'm right off the inside. I don't want to touch him, and I just have to get out of the gas for just a split second because I did not want to fishtail and smack back into them. Unfortunately, it's going to set us back about half a second, and with only 2 laps to go, really trying to dive deep into this first corner, get a good clean exit down to first gear there, around here to the 3rd and 4th corner, taking this decently well onto the power pretty early, and we've caught back up right to the bumper here. Heading into this techie section. This odd corner on the right is the first corner of the techie section, at least what I think is the technical part. And I'm going to get really close. He seemed to struggle through that section the whole race, and I seem to be a bit better than him. And I'm going to get a little bit on the curb, but not on the grass, and we're still trying our best to find a way through. I don't want to wreck him, but I also, know that I'm maybe a tiny bit faster through a lot of these corners. But once he gets on the straight and through the exit of a lot of these straighter corners, he's just gone, absolutely gone, because of that acceleration on that Bentley. Taking that corner very well. He's just sliding through that corner, oh my goodness, and getting the power down as best as he can, just as I was. We're really, really close. He's making a little bit of a gap between us on that back straight there. Into this corner, I had to be patient on the throttle there because I did not want to go into the back of him. Going up to the last lap here. See, what the issue was, I didn't want to run into the back of him, and whenever I would get close, he just seems to brake so much earlier than me that I wouldn't be able to go into the power as quick as I'd like, at least. And then by the time that split second goes by, he's already back on the power, and with that car just being so fast on the acceleration side of things, he could just pull away and create that bit of a gap. Into the first corner, second gear, going up into third, going around this crucial corner here, leading into this little back section. We are just neck and neck. I'm just on his rear bumper the whole time for the last 3 or 4 laps. And this section where he does not do so well, let's see what I can do here. Patient on the throttle, and I pull right up to him and I have to get out of the gas. Man, it's just so frustrating because I know I could possibly pass him, but at the same time, he could probably pass me back on the exit of a separate corner, of a different corner. So it's just really frustrating, and I'm trying to drive as clean as I can. I don't want to wreck the guy for the lead. Exiting that corner very well. Coming up to the hairpin, I'm going to think if there's anything I can do, it's got to be done here. So I go to the outside. I know he's not going to get up the inside. Try to get a cut back. And I just get into the power a little bit too early, touch the curve, and I start sliding, and that was my chance. If I could have just stayed on the outside there through this corner, going at the end of this straight, I may have had an opportunity to stay on the inside here at this awkward corner coming up. I'm going to try, and maybe I thought about the dive bomb there, but you know what? That was a good race. I'm happy with second place at this point. That was a great battle, and I go ahead and let him know, good race, buddy. That was a really fun. My heart was beating out of my chest there. He gives me the little good race chat back, and we're gonna go ahead and settle him for second place, which I was ready to have a little bit of a break at that one, guys, at the end of that one. That was a super fun race. I did have the fastest lap, it seemed, but it's not always about the fastest lap. You got to pass people cleanly, and at least that's the way I like to do things. We're gonna go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and comment and let me know what you think. If you guys like this kind of stuff, if you guys want to see more of it. I do enjoy playing this game. It's not the best game in the world. I feel like they could have done a lot more with the time they had in this game, but we can have a whole video conversation about that if you guys would like. So if you want to see more races, let me know. Give me a like. Subscribing would be awesome, and hope you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.